Hey, what's up guys? It's KJ here from KnappyHair, and it's 2020. It's a brand new year. It's time to start fresh. I really like the theme about 2020 is about clear vision. With that clarity, I want you guys to get to know me. You know KnappyHair, you've been writing for KnappyHair for years, for almost 7 years now. You've been doing that without really knowing who's behind KnappyHair. You know, I just started posting on my Instagram stories like in the past 6 months, and I love that. I love the engagement that I'm getting with my customers, and I really feel like some of you guys are my friends and I've never even met you. But again, I want to thank you guys for riding with KnappyHair, because just on the products alone, you know and I know the product is really A1. With my clarity now with this new year, I want to start a community. I felt that the best place to start forming this community is having a conversation about how the heck did I name this company and product KnappyHair. So I'm gonna give you the long and short version of how I got to the name of naming the company KnappyHair. So some of you know me originally from selling hair under a different name. And we actually still use the name a little bit, KRS Hair Group, because you can email me, kj@krshairgroup.com. But I will talk about how I started selling hair from the beginning in another video. Now in 2020, the culture is a little more woke, as it should be, but 15 years ago, 10 years ago, nobody would have ever started a company and named it KnappyHair because it had a negative connotation to our hair. However, that term was so familial, and that's really very intricate to how I got the name. So I was already selling hair, like I said. I just wasn't really thrilled and jazzed about what I was selling, and it was already really saturated in the market, and that hair never really worked for my texture. It just didn't. I was watching a YouTube video. It just was so random. I had never even thought of this. It was so random, but it was really meant to be. I was sitting at my parents' kitchen table. I was still living with my parents. Shout out to all the 20-year-olds who still live with your parents. Get your grind on. I was sitting at the kitchen table and I was watching a video, and this woman was using clip-ins. I only knew one other person to use clip-ins, and that was my little sister, who's now my executive assistant. Her hair texture is looser than mine. But even still, she was still gonna eventually burn out her hair playing around trying to blend her hair with those clip-ins. So I'm watching this YouTube video, and I love the concept of clip-ins and the ease of the clip-ins. I'm literally sitting at my parents' kitchen table. My mom is in the kitchen, and I even show her the video. And so I said, this would work perfectly. It just needs a little bit more nap to it. And you guys all know what I mean by when I said more nap to it, I'm meaning texture. And then my mom says to me, and then that's what you should call it, KnappyHair. And that's the God's honest truth. My mom still remembers that day. I can see it in my mind. She was like, I'm dead serious, Kendra. Oh, she's my real name. She was like, I'm dead serious. Call it KnappyHair. She was like, cut the crap out about us playing around like we have this Indian, Peruvian, Mongolian, Malaysian, all these fake descriptive terms, names to make us feel that our hair is inferior, that our hair is less than. This is the hair that we are born with. That's actual and factual. Look at an infant, all right? And I'm not talking about 1 day old infant. Look at an infant, that's 3 months old when the texture hits. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That was probably in late 2011. I was afraid of the backlash that I would get from my people, and y'all know what that is. But honestly, that did not happen. It didn't happen in a way that I expected. And the reason why I could understand where the backlash could have come from if it was, had the company name KnappyHair and then I'm selling blonde straight hair. That doesn't really add up. And again, shout out to my girl Lakia, OG YouTuber. She understood when she got the product, this matched her hair. Like, I remember her video that she dropped. Like, I had a customer that day buy from me and was like, girl, let me get them clip-ins. Like, this was life-changing, game changer, okay? I'm just astounded at the love that I received from all of you. So before I launched with Lakia, I talked with a lot of my friends. Like, I know one of my friends, she has an MBA. Actually, she and I bartered. Like, I provided her hair and she did a business plan for me. And she and I are still friends to this day. And she was like, out of love, she was like, I get what you're saying. I get the message. And she had actually asked a hairstylist what she thought about nappy hair. And she was like, I get it, but no. And I understood where they were coming from because it was totally new. I mean, no one ever said nappy hair and was like jumping off from the rooftops like, yay, nappy hair. Now we doing it in 2020. Hello. Okay, with this wig I got on. We should have been, because this is our hair. This is our true texture. And I am so happy. I'm so appreciative. I actually have another story. My mom really inspired me from a young girl. She had 3 daughters. My mom was combing hair for 20 something years, That's a story time video, so I'll leave that for next time. I think I've explained how nappy hair really got started, like taking back this negative name that has been used for years, hundreds of years in the United States to denigrate, disenfranchise, really attack our natural personhood as who we are as people. And with our hair, it was a horrible thing that I said no more to. Time's up. And so nappy hair is natural essence redefined. We have reclaimed that term and redefined what that means. Nappy hair does not mean hair that is messed up, unkept, disregarded, just left and not combed for days. That is not, excuse me, that is not nappy hair. Nappy hair is my beautiful type 4 realness and type 3, whatever your hair type is. And speaking of hair types, we're gonna talk about that in the community too, because I got some stories on that, okay? But also what nappy hair means to me personally was about embracing my own fears. I was afraid of taking a step out and doing something new in the market and using a name that was completely, totally unheard of. Can you imagine in, 1985 when I was born, like a product called nappy hair? Like, come on, like, no, it just wouldn't have. It wouldn't have happened. But I'm glad that it did. I'm glad that I have support from women all over the world. I mean, all over, like from top to bottom, all over the globe. I hope this story inspires you to do something that you're afraid of, that you haven't done, whether that's in business, in your personal life, whatever. If you have a fear, just do it, because you really don't know what's on the other side. But really, your dreams are really on the other side of fear. Like, that's just facts. With nappy hair, it showed me about self-love, embracing who you are naturally, redefining who you are, reclaiming your natural beauty, and also just to hint on this, because it's Black History Month, Black people, Black women across the world can come together, the common good. Like that's actual and factual. There is so much power that we have as women. Black women across the world are all connected, and it's through our nappy hair.